Lofanitani. Hi y'all, and welcome back to another video with your girl, Lofanitani. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I am doing just a normal day of hair care. I washed my hair, I put shampoo, conditioner. I leave the conditioner in a lot of the times when I wash it for a little bit, and I just kind of let it set, and then I brush through it, I add more conditioner, and it kind of helps me detangle and get it ready for the next step, which is rinsing. And then I let it dry a little bit, do my skincare if I need to. Always when I'm blow drying, well, usually I put eye things on. I forgot what they're called, but they're like eye things. And it's just really to help moisturize my under eyes while I'm blow drying my hair, because heat can be a lot and under eye skin is very sensitive. And so I try to do my best to be mindful of that and just put the eye masks on. I'll call them eye masks. And these are from Mediheal, and I really like these ones. They have a lot of vitamin C. And then I just prep my hair. I put some heat protectant in, some oils, some stuff to make it more silky. Yeah, I just try to make sure that my hair is prepped for blow drying and that my scalp specifically is dry. I think I've had a lot of scalp issues just because I let my hair be damp overnight in terms of my scalp specifically was damp. And so it kind of led to flakiness and irritation of my scalp. And so I've learned in the past couple years especially just to make sure your scalp is dry, or if I'm going out for the day, wash my hair early and then go out and let my hair either air dry, but just always make sure that my scalp is dry. So if I'm going to bed, at least blow dry the scalp and make sure that's mostly dry before going to bed and just setting it. And so I've been practicing that lately, and so just brushing through it, getting the heat protectant product in there, and blow drying as I go. And sometimes too, I'll blow dry and then I'll sleep, or I'll just go about my day. And the next day I'll re-wet it, not completely, but just with a spray bottle. And in my spray bottles, I like to put a lot of essential oils, or even strawberry extracts in there. I love strawberry. When I was younger, strawberry shortcake. I had a DVD and it smelled exactly like strawberries. And I don't have it anymore, but I just remember that smell was so comforting and it was so nice. And so I sprayed that in my hair and I kind of re-wet it just to get the curl patterns going again. And then I put some product in there, sometimes some holding gel, some styling gel, and then I just brushed my curls back to life. So yeah, and it's a lot about just technique and what works for you. And so if this doesn't work for you, that's okay. But mostly just do what works for you. And so I go by layers. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, which I try not to be in a rush. If I'm ever in a rush, then I try to slow down a little bit. And I remind myself, okay, sometimes being in a rush is not a good thing. We want to remember to breathe. We want to remember to be present. And so I, in the past, have tried to just brush my hair all together, but I've learned what works best for me and my nervous system, and just for the whole process, because the process is important as I'm learning, is to just section off my hair and do little by little. And in the end, sometimes that goes faster than just trying to brush the whole thing at once. And starting from the bottom, brushing down, and then getting all the way to the top. It helps my hair knot less. And so just doing that. And this is me getting a medium dry. It's not completely brittle dry, but it's medium dry. And so also after a long day that, heat can feel really good and soothing. I love a sauna moment. And so this is sometimes what I do in order to just feel a little bit of sauna time. Just in case I don't have that time, I make time, and that's through drying my hair, which always has moisture, but just drying the wetness. And so I've gotten to the top of my hair, and it just feels really nice that my hair it's clean. It has moisturizing like products in there, but it's also just moisturized, and I've massaged my scalp. I've gone through my hair, and it's just, for me, acts of self-care like these are just so nice. They're so grounding, and they're very much meditative. And so just making sure I get the top ones. I've also been trying to meditate in the past couple of years, and I always found it really tough and difficult. And I've found like trying to just be still and like force it was really tough. And so I found like a lot of grounding and meditation with my rituals, such as like skincare, self-care, things where I'm really able to lock in and focus on myself. And so hair care has been one of those things that I've been able to do and really meditate. And so I'm really grateful for these practices and these rituals that I'm building. And if you're thinking about building, or if you're on a journey of building rituals, habits, and routines, and are looking for consistency, I would definitely recommend starting small. Small doesn't always mean like not worthy or not like something that's good. I've had to like retrain my brain to be like, yeah, small things over time make a really big impact, and the small things really matter, and the small things can make you really happy. And for me, the small things are really big. So starting with something you can do every day, which for me is skincare, and just checking in with myself, which for me, again, like I said, is a form of meditation and can be really nice. Finding your own forms of meditation and what works for you and what you can be consistent in is everything. So if you want to, let me know about your habits and rituals and what keeps you consistent, and what are the ways in which that you meditate and have found work for you. I'd love to learn more about your journeys and share more of mine, so feel free to share that below. Back to drying my hair. I'm basically almost done. I again did layers, I moisturized, heat protectant. I went slower. I tried to slow down best I could, use my eye masks. I have earbuds in because it's really loud and I like listening to music, or sometimes I'll just have the earbuds in to like protect my ears, so that's really nice. This is kind of like a really basic post-shower, post-washing my hair thing. I just make sure that my scalp's dry, hair is moisturized, and that I go as slow and intentional and as meditative as I can. I just feel like the more I take care of myself, the more intentional I am, and the more that I try to slow down, even in really fast and busy times, it just really helps. And so the more intentional and the more present you can be, sometimes that really helps. So I recommend you try in any way of your life to be more intentional, to be more grounded. And if that takes you just, adding a cleanser or washing your face, or just adding something to your routine that makes you really feel good. You don't have to do anything that I've done. It's really up to you. Everyone has different things that make them feel good. Do what makes you feel good. Do what brings you joy. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting. I really appreciate it, and just coming with me on this journey, because it means a lot. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.